Hello, I am Shoma. Welcome to my YouTube channel Unique English Lab. Today I am going to teach you the poem Ode to a Nightingale by John Keats. So at first we ought to know the introduction of the poem. Let's see. This ode was written in the spring of 1819. It was first published in July of the same year in the quarterly magazine named Annals of the Fine Arts. In the spring of 1819, Keats was living in the house of his friend Charles Armitage Browne at Hampstead near London. He wrote this beautiful ode during his stay at Mr. Browne's house. It was suggested by the continual song of the bird that in the spring of 1819 had built her nest close to the house, and which often threw Keats into a sort of trance of tranquil pleasure. One morning he took the chair from the breakfast table, placed it on the grass plot under a palm tree, and sat there for 2 or 3 hours with some scraps of paper in his hand shortly afterwards. Mr. Browne saw him thrusting them away, a waste paper, behind some books, and had considerable difficulty in putting together and arranging the stanzas of the ode. Start the poem. My heart aches and a drowsy numbness pains my sense as though of hemlock I had drunk. My heart aches. Aches is a painful sensation. And a drowsy numbness. Drowsy numbness means sleepiness or a deadening sensation. Pains my sense as though of hemlock I had drunk. Hemlock, a poisonous plant. A small quantity of its juice leads to deep sleep. A larger quantity produces death. I had drunk or emptied. Emptied means poured. Some dull opiate. Opiate is a narcotic. To the drains. Drains means dregs. 1 minute passed and Lethe-wards had sunk. Lethe-wards. Towards Lethe, the river of forgetfulness in Hades. Lethe-wards had sunk. It is not through envy of thy happy lot, but being too happy in thy happiness, that thou light-winged dried, light thy the happy lot, the happy moods of the nightingale. The happy lot, happy moods of the nightingale. And dried means a wood nymph. Light-winged means swiftly flying. So it is not through envy of thy happy lot, but being too happy in thy happiness, that thou, light-winged dried of the trees in some melodious plot, garden, full of melody of the song of the nightingale, of beechen green. Beechen green is full of green beech trees, and shadows numberless. Shadows numberless means many shadows of light shade under the trees. Singest of summer in full-throated ease. Full-throated ease means singing spontaneously and profusely. So in the first stanza we have found the poet's heart is in pain and his body feels numb and tired. He feels that he has drunk from the poisonous hemlock plant, or feels he has just taken some kind of opiate drug and fallen into the waters of Lethe. He addressed Nightingale that he is not jealous of how happy sound the bird has. He feels like because he is too happy to hear the nightingale's song. The poet compared the bird to a dryad, a mythical tree spirit, in some beechen green shadow, singing summer's song with all might. Second stanza. Oh, for a draught of vintage that has been cold a long age in the deep depth earth. Oh, for a draught of vintage. Vintage is a wine made from grapes, and draught is the quantity of this liquid drunk at a time. So, oh, for a drop of vintage that has been cooled a long age in the deep earth, means underground cellar. Tasting of Flora. Flora is a Roman goddess of flowers and the country green, dance and Provencal song and sunburn myth. Provencal songs is the song of province in southern France. Sunburnt myth means merry wind in a warm, sunny weather. Oh, for a beaker full of the warm south, full of the true, the blushful hypocrite. Oh, for a beaker full of the warm south, full of the true, the blushful hypocrite. A beaker is a glass of wine, full of the warm south. Warm south means stimulating wine from south. Full of the true, the blushful hypocrite. Blushful means red. Hypocrite, it is one of the fountains of the Muses in Greek mythology, drinking the water of which makes one achieve poetic power. So this is hypocrite. With beaded bubbles winking at the brim. With beaded bubbles, bubbles like bead. Winking at the brim means at the surface. And purple stained mouth. Mouth stained with red wine, that I might drink and leave the world unseen. And leave the world unseen means the world which is not seen. And with thee, thee means here the nightingale, fade away into the forest dim. So, in this stanza, we have found that the poet wish that he has some vintage wine that has been stored for years deep in the belly of the earth. Wine that tastes of flowers and the countryside of dancing, folk singing and happy sunshine. If he could drink a bottle of wine that would transport him to warmer southern lands, one full of water from the mythical Hippocrene spring that grants poetic inspiration, the bubbles would play on the surface of the glass and in his wine-stained mouth. He could get drunk, forget the world, and escape with the nightingale away into the dark forest. So today is no more. We will meet in the next video with the rest of the stanzas. Please subscribe my channel to get the notification of the next videos. Thank you.